Welcome back to the U Sports Report, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Ortega here alongside Kimbrey Temple. It is time for the big, bright idea, Kimbrey. And in this edition, we're going to be talking NFL Draft. The NFL Draft just right around the corner, a couple of days away. First round's going to start on Thursday evening. So let's start it off here, Kimbrey. Your Jags have the 5th overall pick.
We do.
What do you think you should do with that?
I have a couple of things that I think the Jacksonville Jaguars should do. I think there's some smart moves and there's some dumb moves. And if the Jacksonville Jaguars are anything like I know them to be when the draft comes around, it's not necessarily smart. But if they do take my advice, which I'm hoping that they will, they might pick up either Jalen Ramsey, a safety from Florida State, or Leonard Floyd, a linebacker on the offense from Georgia. His name's not necessarily in the top picks, but he's a good option for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's versatile. He's got speed and strength on the line, which if you talk about our opening 7, the Jacksonville Jaguars have possibly the worst offense in the league.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Okay,
possibly.
I mean, you said it. I'll go ahead and agree
If I say it, it's okay.
But I mean, you were talking about the linebacker from Georgia, Floyd. I was able to watch him for the last couple of years at UGA, and this guy is just an absolute freak. You said it. He has the full package necessary for a linebacker. He has the strength to push those linemen back. He has the speed and agility to shed the blocks, and his tackling, top notch. I'm not sure I saw him miss more than 1 or 2 tackles in an entire game all the times that I watched him with the Dogs.
See, and like with you approving of it, it means a lot to me because you don't like the Jaguars and you always give me grief. So if Tyler likes who I think the Jags should draft, then you know it's a good pick. So Jacksonville, either Ramsey or Floyd, don't be silly. Jalen Ramsey's got a lot of speed and he has a nose for the ball, a possibility to give Jacksonville a very strong opportunity to win some more games this season, which we need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the goal for every team going into every NFL season. Win a few more games, but I see what you're saying. Jalen Ramsey could be a very big pickup for you guys. Now, for the Dallas Cowboys, picking at number 4, I think there's 3 ways the Cowboys can go with this. You already mentioned one of them. Jalen Ramsey, safety out of Florida State. The Cowboys need help in the secondary. We saw them get burned time and time again last season on that 7-game losing streak while Tony was out during the middle of the season there. His first stint out, I should say. They gave up a lot of passes, touchdown passes there in the final few minutes. Jalen Ramsey could be a potential fit, but he does not produce turnovers. I got this little stat from my NFL insider, Scott Jeter. Jalen Ramsey has only forced 3 turnovers in his entire college career. So he's not a real big guy at producing the turnovers, which is huge when it comes to the secondary because the Cowboys already have Brandon Carr. He has no interceptions since Thanksgiving of 2013. And that is the Cowboys. He'll be the number 2 cornerback now with Orlando Scandrick coming back. Now, the second route I could see the Cowboys taking, Zeke Elliott, the running back out of Ohio State. Again, been talking to my NFL insider. This guy loves Zeke Elliott. He said he's been watching the tape, his agility, his explosiveness, and not to mention this guy is just an absolute rock running the ball.
He is. And, you know, I can tell you a little bit about Ezekiel Elliott. His size, and you said it already, his explosiveness would do big things for Dallas. And Dallas needs a few holes filled. They've got a lot of really key players, but with Tony out for most of last season, it was really difficult for them to piece those things together. So if they get Ezekiel Elliott, it would be a great opportunity for them to fill in some of those holes.
The only thing I don't like about drafting Zeke Elliott is that the Cowboys already signed Alfred Morris. They still have Darren McFadden under contract for this next season. And we also have Lance Dunbar coming back off that catastrophic knee injury suffered against the Saints. And, I mean, of course, these guys are all going to be a little bit older. Lance Dunbar, one of the younger ones, but coming off an ACL tear. I just think it'll be a little bit too crowded of a backfield. So this brings me to my 3rd option for the Dallas Cowboys. Joey Bosa, defensive end out of Ohio State. The Cowboys are already missing Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence for the first 4 games of this season, this upcoming season, due to drug suspensions as they both violated the NFL's substance abuse policy. So I think Joey Bosa would be the perfect fit. I think he can thrive under this system in Dallas with the 3-4 that they run. I think he'd be a great defensive end. You maybe could even move him to outside linebacker if you need to. Cowboys don't necessarily need to. But like I said, with Gregory and Lawrence both going to be missing at least 4 games, I figure get the rookie in here, give him a shot. There are a few character issues that they've cited. Jerry Jones say that would have no factor in drafting him, go figure. But I think Joey Bosa is the best way to go for Dallas.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I know that Ezekiel Elliott's got a lot of pros to him, but maybe, like you said, not necessarily the best fit for Dallas. And right now, when the draft comes around, when the money's coming out, it comes up to who is going to be the best fit. And Bosa's got a big name for himself. He does have some character issues, you said, but I don't think that when he gets into the pro level situation that he will let those affect himself. And I think Jerry Jones has a tight enough rope on him. If he does pick Bosa, we may not see any trouble at all, but we may see a lot of big things from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing on Zeke Elliott. Running backs just don't last anymore.
They really don't.
They just don't. You get about 3-4 good years out of a running back, and you're seeing a lot of NFL players retiring around age 27, 28, real young out there. Their bodies just take a beating. I honestly think defensive end would be the best route to go for Dallas.
Yeah, and with a first-round draft pick, this is the best time to pick up someone really good at what they do. And Joey Bosa is just that, really good at what he does.
Yeah, and there's still always the possibility of trading back. Dallas has discussed it. They're not expected to do it, but crazier things have happened on draft day.
Yeah, and it's still until Thursday night that these teams have to make these decisions. So there's plenty of time, and crazier things have happened in the world of sports.
So I just want to get your thoughts real quick. The #1 overall pick, the LA Rams, now I almost said St. Louis, the LA Rams have the #1 overall pick. What do you think they're going to do with that?
You know, you and I have kind of talked about this. I almost can guarantee they're going to go quarterback. I think it's a good move on their behalf. They have some talent.
As well.
Yeah, absolutely. They have some talent at quarterback now, but they're going to need a backup at some point. You never know. Like Tony Romo, an amazing quarterback. You never know when they're going to get injured or how that's going to happen or how long that will last. So a good, strong backup quarterback would be great for LA. Like you said, a strong marketing decision on their behalf. Jared Goff or Carson Wentz, I couldn't tell you who, because I think Carson Wentz has increased his value even in the offseason right now. We've seen his name move up into some higher ranking teams. I don't know where he's going to go, but if the LA Rams are smart, I honestly think Carson would be a great fit for them.
Now, there's a lot of talk about Carson Wentz going #2 to the Philadelphia Eagles, who have traded up to the #2 spot. Side note on Philadelphia, Sam Bradford, their current quarterback, has demanded a trade after becoming he got his feelings hurt that they traded for the #2 overall pick, basically drafting his successor. So he's told them he will not show up to any of the voluntary workouts over the season. I think he's being a little bit of a baby.
I think he's being a crybaby in every aspect of the term, because you want your team to go to the draft and pick up someone who can back you up when you need it. And I think he's being kind of selfish. But, with Philadelphia, I don't think they're going to let him go, and I don't think they're going to waste that money.
Yeah, well, I mean, they basically can't because of the high salary that he's owed. It basically makes him untradeable, and I don't think any other team wants to take a chance on him. But
no, not with that attitude.
Yeah, I think that's just about going to do it for us from here at the U Sports Report. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at U Sports Report. Follow us on Twitter at U Sports Report. We're also on Periscope, so you can give that a watch, also at U Sports Report. And don't forget, all of our episodes are archived on our YouTube channel. Head right on over there. U Sports Report is the name, so if you miss anything, you can go back, watch it at your own convenience. And the best part, it's free.
It is. And everybody likes free stuff. So thanks for watching, you guys. We'll be back on Thursday with a new episode of the U Sports Report.